Hi and welcome or welcome back to this channel. It's been a hot minute since I uploaded something here. I was focusing on my German main channel because maybe you will hear it from my accent. I am German, but for years I wanna make an English channel, but I always got to the point where I felt uncomfortable speaking long monologues in English. But this time I tried to stick to it. My English might not be perfect, but there is always the chance to learn and to improve. By the way, if you're wondering why there are papers all over my floor, I started organizing all my documents a few days ago, completely lost motivation halfway through, and yeah, that's where we're at. So let me give you a quick introduction about myself and what you can expect from this channel. I am Melanie, I'm in my early 30s, and as I said, I'm German and also living in Germany. Last summer, after more than 6 years in Berlin, I decided to leave and to go back to my hometown. And now I moved to an even smaller town in my hometown area. And here I'm living alone in my little old cheap flat. I really like it, but as you can imagine, I had to get used to the change from the big city to the small town. Also, I wouldn't say that I want to stay here forever, but for the moment, I think it's a good place to be. Also, at the beginning of the year, I decided that I don't want to work in a corporate 9 to 5, Monday to Friday office job anymore. It took me years to realize that this is just not the right kind of work for me because I easily get bored and feel trapped in this fixed setting. So I decided that I want to focus on content creation, but of course, since it won't make you any money at the beginning, you need to work as well. And therefore I was looking for a part-time job, which took me half a year to get, but now I finally signed a contract for a part-time job in a movie theater, which is just perfect for me because I love movies, I love service jobs, working with people, and also I like working on weekends so that I have free days during the week when everyone else is working, so places are not so crowded, and also when I'm working in the evenings, I have more time during the day to film and edit my videos, so it's actually the perfect setup for me, at least I hope so. Besides that, I'm already working in a casual job in a restaurant as a waitress once or twice a week, and I also want to continue doing that because what can I say? I need the money, but yeah, it's also a nice job actually, and I like my coworkers and everything, so yeah, I hope I can balance those jobs. What I'm doing on this channel is just vlogging my life, trying to be as open, transparent and real as possible. I will post weekly vlogs about my life, about this journey of figuring things out in your 30s. If that sounds interesting for you, then I would love you to stick around. And right now I have to hurry a bit because I'm meeting with my friend Bianca and we're going on a little river cruise on the River Rhine, which you might have heard of because it's a very famous German river, and we have to take the public transport to get there. It will take around 2 hours and I have to leave in around 20 minutes. So time to get ready. See you on the boat. The Rhine is probably Germany's most iconic river. For centuries, it has shaped trade, connected cities, and inspired countless stories, poems, and legends. This part of the river is especially beautiful with its vineyards, little towns, and medieval castles along the hillsides. One of the Rhine's most famous legends is the Lorelei, and no, I'm not talking about Lorelei Gilmore. According to the legend, a mysterious woman sat on a rock above the river, singing so beautifully that sailors became distracted and crashed their boats on the rocks below. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the Lorelei Rock today. Because of the low water level, our boat had to turn around earlier than planned. But even without the Lorelei, I think it's pretty easy to see why this river has captured people's imagination for centuries. I've really been loving my evening walks this summer, especially on days when I haven't been outside much or haven't gotten enough movement in. Now that I live in a small town, nature is basically right outside my door, and most of the time I have these places almost entirely to myself, which makes it feel a little magical. The heat waves this summer in Europe are pretty bad. I think right now we have the third heat wave where temperatures get up to almost 40 degrees. And to be honest, I'm just so tired of it. I remember those times when I was a child and it was something extraordinary when we reached 30 degrees. Yeah, and now that's the new normal. But as you might know, German people are not really prepared for this kind of heat. At least not when it comes to apartment, because most apartments don't have an AC. And for sure not those old apartments like mine. So yeah, the suffering is real. I have this fan thing from my mom and it really helped me a lot these days. Also, it's the first time I'm leaving my apartment today. Originally, my friend Bianca and I thought about going to the lake because when it's hot in Germany, you either go to a public swimming pool or to a lake. But I already told her yesterday I can't do this. I cannot be outside all day when it's that hot, and also I don't want to be in a place that will be so crowded, and I'm sure the lakes were today. Instead, I stayed in my apartment. I actually cleaned my apartment, which is very nice because I rarely find the motivation to do so. I'm just not a summer girly. I don't know if it's appropriate to call myself girly when I'm in my 30s, but never mind. Autumn and spring are my favorites when the temperatures are nice and yeah, the nature is colorful in a way that always makes me happy. So yeah, I'm just looking forward for autumn. Now I'm gonna finish my little evening walk. Well, I always make around 10k steps on my little evening walks. And I hope I will be back before it gets dark, because then it becomes quite creepy to walk around the fields on your own, but yeah. I don't want to turn on the light here because I think I look very sweaty and ugh. I'm home now from my shift in the restaurant. It's 20 minutes after midnight. In my first 10 minutes I already dropped 2 glasses of Sati Spritz, which is actually a very yummy drink. But I didn't just drop it, it first fell over me, so I was completely wet and had to take off my blouse so that I was working in a little black top in the end. But yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. In total, it was a really nice shift. I had so much fun with my co-workers. That's really one thing I love about the service job, that you are with people, and in this case, all of the people I work with are really great. Also, I actually like working in the evening because then during the day I have time to make my videos and stuff. But one thing I still need to learn is not to think that I'm lazy when I'm not super productive all day, when in the end I start working in the evening. Of course, I also got a meal, which I will eat now, probably in front of the TV. We can actually choose what we want to eat, but it shouldn't be the fancy, expensive stuff. So most of the time I either eat schnitzel or burger, like today I got myself a burger. Not the healthiest food, but after 6 hours of running around and carrying heavy stuff, I think I deserve that. I actually always wear my headphones when watching TV because when I'm eating, it's sometimes so loud that I can't really understand what people are saying. Also, I like that I can go to the toilet and still continue watching a series or a movie. I'm just watching something on Samsung TV right now because I'm too tired to decide what to watch. Apparently, that's a show about paranormal activities. So just to make sure that I will get some nightmares tonight.
Wir sind eingesperrt. Die Tür ist zugeschlagen. Klar, wir sprechen mit ihm. Heißt es, wir gegen den Geist. Wir kämpfen, um der Festung zu entkommen. Okay, das ist kein Witz mehr. Komm schon. Hilfe!
I'm craving banana bread. And that's why I will make a banana bread right now. But not just a regular banana bread. Even better, I will make banana peanut butter bread. I really love the recipe. I can put a link in the video description. It's in German, but I think it shouldn't be too hard to translate it. I mostly stick to the recipe. It's just that I put all the bananas into the batter, and I use a little less sugar. Right now I want to rearrange my living room. Actually, I don't really want it because I like the way it looks, but there are two things which are a bit annoying to me. First thing is that the TV is opposite to the window, which means always when it's not dark outside, I have the window light on my TV screen. And the second point is that I can't really film that well when I'm sitting on the couch, because then I'm filming against the light. Also, a third point is that the couch is in front of the heater, which isn't very good in the winter time. 5 minutes into work and I'm already making a break, snacking some baguette with hummus and watching my current favorite YouTuber, Chelsea Callahan. You might know her. I just love how real she is. I think she's kind of a role model for me when it comes to vlogging, because I also want to be so authentic in front of the camera. I mean, of course, you never know if people show you their authentic selves, but I just feel that she does. And just being comfortable in front of the camera, even when you don't look your best, which I actually don't do right now, but I think it's so important to show more of the real life on social media, to show average people living an average life and not just like this fake and perfect influencer world. So yeah, that's kind of my mission for this channel. So this is the final result. I don't hate it. I think it also looks kind of cute. I just need to get used to it. And I wish I had a bigger carpet to cover the whole floor. And maybe a little more plants, but so far so good. I have around 2 hours before I have to get ready for work. I think I will edit some videos or maybe just read a book. I only read a few pages of my book and then I got so tired that I took a nap. But that's fine. You have to give your body what it needs, and therefore I'm finally eating some banana bread now. I think I tried to eat it with this. I don't know what's it in English. It's a quark, but with less fat. And it's actually a good source of protein. Since I'm eating a lot of carbs these days, I should maybe try this. Look how juicy it is. Yummy. Actually, I didn't plan to vlog today, but it's good practicing to sit in front of the camera without getting ready or anything. Today is Sunday. I had a very nice shift in the restaurant yesterday again, and tonight is my final shift for the week. I always realize that I don't drink enough water while working, and I can feel it the next day. I just feel a little hungover, even though I didn't drink any alcohol. I think, yeah, the headache just comes from the lack of water and maybe also a lack of sleep. But never mind, I still have a few hours to relax and recover. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if so, feel free to give it a thumbs up. That would really help my channel to grow. And yeah, if you like this kind of content and are interested in what life in Germany looks like when you're a 30-something living in a small town and trying to build yourself a life that truly feels fulfilling, stick around, and then I see you in my next video. Bye! It's always a bit weird to end videos.